Hello, my name is Allie, and I'm the host of Funny Fat Friend, a podcast about this bodacious biracial babe trying to find herself in film. If you've listened to this podcast at all, you're aware that I really fucking love movies. If you have never listened, welcome. Bold choice, starting at the latest episode, but I respect it. And I really fucking like watching movies. At the end of this month, we have what some would call the biggest night in film, which is the Academy Awards, also known as the Oscars. In high school, I started watching all of the Best Picture nominees each year, and last year, I expanded into watching every film nominated for every single category. I have continued this challenge into this year, and now that I have this podcast, I'm gonna talk about the fucking Oscars. So if you're interested in short reviews of all 57 nominated films, you can check out the pinned story on my Instagram. It's right on that page. I think it's called Oscars 2021. I thought about talking about all of them on here, but that would be so damn long, and it feels a bit redundant. So today, I'm going to be talking about my favorite films from the past few decades that I think should have won Best Picture. Because I can do that, and I can say that I'm right, and that the Academy's wrong about almost all of them. And then next week, I'm going to do an episode that is exclusively about all of this year's Best Picture nominees, because that seems much more manageable and potentially a good time for all. Okay, so here's how it's going to go down. I'm just going to start in the year 1993, which is the year I reset culture with my birth. You're welcome. I'm going to go over what won according to the Oscars, according to the Academy. And then I'll give my opinion on what should have won, and maybe I'll say why. We'll just see. Okay, let's start in 1993. Jurassic Park should have won Best Picture. We're starting out strong. It did not even get nominated for Best Picture. What did win Best Picture in 1993? I'm glad you asked. It was Schindler's List. Okay. So yes, iconic piece of cinema. It is very good. I am not upset with it winning. Like, it makes sense. Great storytelling. Cinematography is beautiful. Important all around. But we're not talking about why films won Best Picture. We're talking about what I think should have won. And for me, it is Jurassic Park. It is my pick. It did win for visual and sound effects. So that's cool. So it does actually have Oscars. But can't nobody tell me that film doesn't slap through and through. A close second would have been My Neighbor Totoro for 1993. Yeah, and I stand by both of those. Okay, let's move. 1994. Honestly, a heavy hitter of a year for film. Forrest Gump won Best Picture this year, which is literally despicable. You can watch our latest YouTube video for a full rant on why this film is trash and why I personally will never watch it. I have never watched it. I've seen every Best Picture winner except for Forrest Gump. Anyway, it was a really great year for film, and I had a tough time deciding on who I wanted to win. I almost gave it to The Lion King, but then I remembered that The Mask also came out this year, and can't nobody tell me that shit is not 5 stars. Ultimately, though, my Best Picture for 1994 was The Little Rascals. No explanation needed. I am just correct. 1995, Braveheart won the Oscar, but my pick was actually nominated for Best Picture against it, and it blows me away, and it actually gives me hope for what can truly be possible in film. My Best Picture winner for 1995 is Babe. Did y'all know it was nominated for Best Picture? The film about the sweet little pig on the farm that herds cattle? Herds sheep, my bad. Isn't that just beautiful truth to power? I think it is. 1996. The English Patient won the Oscar over Fargo, which now has a hit critically acclaimed television series based off of it. So who is the real winner there? And I was really tempted to pick Fargo because I really enjoy it, but ultimately my heart has to go with James and the Giant Peach. That cloud rhino still scares the shit out of me, but it is still so very mesmerizing to watch, even as like a full-ass grown, I'm not a full-ass grown adult, but like a bigger child. It still slaps. The Birdcage was a very close second for me here, and if you haven't seen it, it's really important and you should do it, and it'll add so much beautiful quotes to your life. 1997, Titanic won. It is too damn long. As Good as It Gets was nominated for Best Picture, which shook me to my core when I found that out. And I have seen it so many fucking times. My grandparents were obsessed with that movie. It was like the first movie we bought on DVD. They really love it. So I guess that adds up. It's like old white people are the Academy, so that makes sense. Men in Black and Good Burger came out this year, and we know my feelings there. But my pick for what should have won is the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. And I'm correct. And we all know it. 1998, Shakespeare in Love won. And this was the beginning of the end of the Oscars, honestly. Well, at least, yeah, no, I'm right. That's not a wild statement. I'm correct. This is when campaigning started to pop off, which is when voters would be sent, like, care packages and pestered and, like, marketed by studios and producers for the, like, individual films to get people to vote for them. It's dumb and bad, and that's just like Shakespeare in Love. But I do actually kind of like it. It's like cute, it's like fun, but no way, in no world is that like the best film from that year. It didn't deserve to win. What deserves to win was Babe 2, Pig in the City. I'm not even kidding, alright? This is like a complete Godfather versus Godfather Part 2 situation. The sequel is even better than the first one. I highly recommend. Y'all gonna fucking make fun of me, but shut up until you watch it and then come to me with your critiques. 1999, American Beauty won. Fucking yikes. The Buena Vista Social Club was a very close pick for me. It's a lovely documentary, and it's incredible music. You should look it up. But ultimately, I'm going to go with best film for 1999 being John Malkovich. Which is a bit disappointing because, damn, it's so white. But, like, fuck, it's incredible. It's an incredible film. 2000, Gladiator won. And Chocolat was nominated for Best Picture. Oh my damn, what a mess. You see, shit really went downhill fast after Shakespeare in Love. My pick for Best Picture is Coyote Ugly. No, fuck it. Dude, I can't even let that sit for a second. That was... Wouldn't that? I think that would have been fucking hilarious, obviously, because... But it's not. Of course it's not fucking Coyote Ugly. Oh my god, what a terrifying piece of American cinema. Oh my god, we're gross. We're so gross. We suck. The best picture of 2000 was Chicken Run. Obviously, it has it all. Apparently, they've been working on a sequel for years and years, and I really hope we get it soon. Hashtag blessed. Okay, 2001. A Beautiful Mind won. It beat Moulin Rouge somehow, which is one of my favorite films of all time, but will shockingly not be my pick for Best Picture. I mean, this is the year that Shrek came out. This year, which did spawn some of the greatest and most terrifying pieces of art I've ever seen, Shrek. It will sadly not be my pick either. And you want to know why? It's because my pick is Spirited Away. And the impact of that film, not only on me as a human, but the capabilities of storytelling and art as a whole, is so much bigger than anything else on the list of releases that year. And I'm right. It is what it is. Spirited Away was the greatest film that came out in 2001. On to the next, 2002. Chicago won. And it is so damn good. I am very in love with this film. It really took the existing work and exploded it into something incredible that you can only capture in the medium of film, and I praise it for it. This was another great year for film. We got Big Fat Liar, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. You know, things meant for me and my fatness. My pick for Best Picture, though, is Frida. It's fucking stunning. I really wanted to pick Drumline, because comedy. But Frida cannot be denied the title. 2003, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King won. And I feel like these are very good films, but I really don't like watching them. And I'm never gonna do them on the podcast. And I'm sorry if you were one of the people holding out hope. I don't see it happening, so obviously it's not going to be my pick. This is the year that Big Fish came out, which is also a favorite of mine, but will not be receiving my pick. My pick for Best Picture in 2003 is The Station Agent. The writing just fucking sings in this film, and it holds a vice grip on my heart. And I also don't think it got nearly enough love, and most of my friends I've talked to about it don't know that it exists, so check it out if you also didn't know it existed. 2004, $1 Million Baby won, and it is super incredible and well made. But this is also the year that Shrek 2 and Shark Tale came out, so you know that the deck is stacked. A large part of my audience, I think, would have me pick Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I think is excellent in a lot of ways, but also very harmful in several ways that we too often glaze over with our sad boy blindsiding hearts. Maybe I'll do an episode on it. I probably will do a Charlie Kaufman series. I really want to. Let me know if you would be interested in that. Anyway, my pick is Badass. That's the name of it. It's an extremely incredible film, essentially about the birth of blaxploitation film genre. It's written, directed, and produced by Mario Van Peebles, and he plays his own father, before Shia LaBeouf fucking did it. He plays his own father, who is a director as well. That was a major catalyst for the movement. Mwah. It's incredible. I'll probably include this in a dope ass rag sometime, so that I can wax poetic about it even more. But yeah, best film of 2004. 2005 was Crash. Lol. It's very terrible, and it doesn't make any sense why it won. Well, it does, because white people thought they were being, clever and cool and with the times, because, it deals with race and religion, but in a really poorly done way. It's so clunky. Brokeback Mountain probably should have won out of the actual nominees, but my pick for Best Picture is Me and You and Everyone We Know. It's Miranda July's masterpiece, and you may recognize her name because I recommended her latest film, Kajillionaire, in my first episode of Dope Ass Rex. So I've talked about this film on the podcast already. It is the first indie low-budget film I saw that sparked my love of studying and dissecting and discussing film. It's the one. She changed my life with this one. We are blessed. 2006, The Departed. I'm a fan of this film. I think it's dope. And I was shocked that Little Miss Sunshine was amongst the nominees, and that is very cool. Everyone knows the greatest film of 2006, though, is Aquamarine. Okay. I'm not delusional, okay? I fully realize that that is a terrible film, Aquamarine, and I am alone in my love. My actual pick is Pan's Labyrinth, of course. It is also known as the upset that got Guillermo del Toro his Oscar for a far lesser film later down the line. If you haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth, do yourself a favor, devote some time to it. It is legitimately a masterpiece of visual storytelling. Practical and visual effects would not be where they are without it. Marvel and superhero films of today owe their franchises when it comes to effects to this man and this piece of work. 2007. No Country for Old Men. I love this film. It's incredible. It is some of the greatest acting captured on film, fascinating storytelling, and oh my god, the sound design is the beauty that brings it to the top tier level. Juno was also nominated, and I guess we were just on an acknowledging the art of quirky kick, which is like cool, I suppose. I'm not a huge fan of Juno. I was when it came out, but it does not age as well as I wish it would. I was tempted to give the best pick to Ratatouille because it is the greatest Pixar film, and I am right, but my ultimate pick is going to be Once. It's a low-budget indie film with music that makes me cry. The pairing of raw, minimalist editing juxtaposed with the vulnerability and honesty of these musical and acting performances just send me to the moon. A lot of people know the Broadway show that was born out of it, which is a lot more structured, and I don't know how else to describe it, but like, commercial? I think it's still really great, but I highly recommend checking out the original film. 2008, Slumdog Millionaire. This is accurate. The Best Picture won Best Picture. I considered High School Musical 3, which I unabashedly love, but no. I honestly think that Slumdog Millionaire was the best film that came out in 2009. Or 2008. Yeah, it was 2008. I'm getting, like, this is hard. Yeah, it was even better than The Dark Knight, which I also think is very good, but yo, you can't beat the storytelling in Slumdog Millionaire. 2009, The Hurt Locker. Honestly, very incredible. Yes, a woman directed it. Fuck yes, we stan. This is also the first year we started getting lots of nominees. It used to just be 5 films nominated for Best Picture. This is the year it expanded to 10. We love a packed court. The Hurt Locker is probably the greatest war film that exists, but it is not my pick as the best film of 2009. My pick is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the original Swedish film, and not our unnecessary remake here in the US. It's very difficult to watch, but it is beautifully made and dynamic and provokes some solid critical thinking, and I think that's important and great when a film can do it. 2010, The King's Speech, completely fine. The Social Network was better, and that's my pick for Best Picture. 2011, The Artist, very good. Bonkers that they went for it. but they pulled the damn thing off. Beyond it, the nominees were honestly such a disappointment. It just was like flooded with whitewashed bullshit. Oh, and a Woody Allen fucking movie was nominated in 2011. That's fucking yikes. The audacity of the caucasity. This is the year, 2011, of Ava DuVernay's debut feature film, I Will Follow, and Hollywood was busy patting itself on the back because they nominated The Help. Anyway, the best film of 2011 was Pariah, which I have talked about on my Dope Ass Rec series. If you want to know more about it, check it out. Or just watch the film without any description. It doesn't need it. It's really incredible and important. You should watch it. Okay. 2012. Argo. Solid. It is a very solid film. But the best film for me was Beasts of the Southern Wild. The Academy were cowards for not letting it win. 2013. 12 Years a Slave. The best film of the year was Fruitvale Station. Fucking cowards. 2014. Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. The Annoyance of Pretension is what it should be named. Visually, dope. Music was dope. Enjoyed most of the actors. The writing made me want to pass away from rolling my eyes. I want the best film to be Dear White People, which came out, which also spawned a very critically acclaimed TV series as of late. But I think that the best film was really The Grand Budapest Hotel. It's the fucking best. And I want to not love Wes Anderson because it's now become like too mainstream to love him. But I do, because he does a very incredible job here. Other films deserve critique of his, but hot damn, Budapest is majestic. 2015, Spotlight, it won. Very important, yes. The best film, though, was Tangerine. It's innovative and broke down doors. It didn't just break down fucking doors, it blew them to fucking smithereens when it comes to accessibility, and it demanded respect and to be seen, and I am forever grateful to this film for letting me know that I belong and deserve to be in the world of film, and that all stories need to be told, and deserve to be told, and can be done so beautifully. 2016. Moonlight. Yep. It's the best one. I still want someone to give me a shirt or a pillowcase or like a nice throw blanket of disappointed Emma Stone's face when they called the wrong name for Best Picture. I deeply dislike La La Land. I enjoy Emma Stone, no shade, but Moonlight was the best film of the year. 2017, The Shape of Water, the whoops, sorry, we should have given this to you for Pan's Labyrinth Oscar. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri should have won the Oscar. It is incredible. We have 3 Billboards posters in our home right now. Check the facts. 2018, Green Book. What a fucking nightmare. Real fuck up win here, alright? Black Klansman was the best. Oh shit, now I've already changed my mind again though. Maybe it was Roma. I don't want to decide, and I'm getting tired. So it's both. It's fucking both. This is my rules. I can do whatever I want. It's both. Watch both of them. 2019, Parasite won. It deserved it completely. Joker set us back 20 years. Gross. Don't dox me, angry white boys. Okay. That's it. This is longer than I wanted it to be. I realize it's a third of the way in. But I fucking committed, alright? So yeah, that's it. Those are the actual best pictures of the last 27 years. which is all of my years. You're welcome. Okay. Tune in next week for my discussion of all 10 of the 2020 Best Picture nominees. And if you don't care about the 10 2020 Best Picture nominees, hopefully I'll get to talk at you again when I'm back on my main bullshit in May. Get ready for a summer of blockbusters, y'all. I am fucking going in. Alright. I've been your funny, what is my saying? I've been your friendly neighborhood fat friend. I'll talk at you next time. I'm so tired. Fuck La La Land. Okay, bye!